And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Wraedolan Rising. We are 404 Dice Not Found, the bi-weekly Pathfinder adjacent live play live stream. We are...
The phrase bi-weekly always bothers me because it sounds like it should be twice a week rather than every other week.
Uh-huh.
I hate English.
Uh-huh.
But every other language is worse.
While simultaneously being better.
But also worse.
So, we are going to be down 2 players today. One player is celebrating their parents' 50th birthday, and the other one is grieving the loss of a loved one. So they will be out for the session, and we wish them well, have fun, and also hopefully they can mourn and grieve their loss properly and completely. With that, obviously this session may end up being shorter depending on if I feel like we are getting to a point where I absolutely need every player present, but we'll see how tonight goes. I'm still waiting on John to get his shit together.
I am here.
Yeah,
I've been here.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Where are you then?
Yes. Currently at 113. No, I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Yeah, 1, don't. 2, there's only 2 of you here.
Roll 20, dumbass.
I know.
Also, it seems Archives of Nethys has recovered from whatever shenanigans they were pulling last time.
Oh, good.
I've also switched to using Edge for Roll20, because for whatever reason, Opera just seems to be struggling lately.
No, it is not Opera. It is the fact that Opera does not talk well to the Roll20 app.
Opera has been working fine with Roll20, as good as Google Chrome and Edge for the last, 2 years for me.
It has not done it for me. Google Chrome's always worked better.
It has worked as good, if not better, than Chrome for me, and has only recently started having issues, within the last 2 months for me. So, that's fine. It does not matter to me none. Regardless, it works fine. So, if, I need to stream what's going on screen because we've gotten into a combat scenario or one that I feel like deserves to be watched instead of just listened to, we'll switch. Nothing really affect you guys, but that is that. Anyway, quick recap, and I truly mean quick recap of last session, because really nothing other than combat happened last session. There was not a whole lot of story going on, mostly just killing shit.
There was actually quite a bit of story going on, but it just happened very quickly.
Are we talking about the ending when the worm showed up?
That, as well as the fact that someone had a class change mid-fight.
Right, yeah, other than that. So
that's a big life decision right there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, completely magically altered to be somebody different than who you were, and losing an innate part of who you are in the process is a big fucking deal.
Yep.
So yes, to cover that base, combat broke out last session. We touched base on some things that we discovered, some rules that we overlooked, and some changes that I needed to make to my own house rules, namely which, as a reminder for you guys, stunting rules have changed. We are now on a +1, 3, and 5 basis instead of a advantage and then bonus rate, just because it has felt very, very powerful, and that's just too much. That said, last session combat broke out between a warband of gnolls and the party. The Knolls did give just about as good as they got. A few party members who got themselves into sticky situations definitely felt the brunt of some of their opportunistic aggression, let's call it. But the fight drug on.
Opportunity attacks now.
That's what we're calling what the Knolls feel. It's opportunistic aggression. We fight you when we think we can kill you, not when we think it's going to be a good fight. So, opportunistic aggression. The party held their own. We're working their way through the numbers, but we're feeling the tremors in the ground growing stronger with each passing turn. Lila, watching this fight go poorer than she expected, leaned into her connection to Pharasma?
Desna.
Or Desna. Yeah.
The goddess nobody remembers.
Yeah, right? Who?
Even though she's one of the more important ones, and one you definitely don't want to piss off.
Listen, she's a sidereal.
One of her domains is luck and fate.
Technically, yes. Let's not get into this.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
I don't want to try to do Exalted versus Pathfinder. That would not end well for anybody.
Correct. It would be funny, though. So,
Exalted make Nethys cry.
They do. Lila petitioning the god that she has developed a uniquely potent bond with. Petitioning that god to give her the ability to save her friends and to keep them alive. Or the people, at least, that so far she has come to care more about than others, since that she has made herself known to the world again. Desna accepted her bargain, and in a flash of holy light, healed the entire party. And converted Lila from a kineticist to a cleric, taking her innate control of the elements and disposing of it, for lack of a better term, but granting her.
To speak up.
Huh?
She has to speak up.
I did.
The wind is gone.
I did lose the way I've been communicating with people.
Mm-hmm.
For your whole life, probably.
No, because most of my life was around people my size.
But in exchange has been given the ability to channel divine magic and divine wrath as a chosen champion of Desna. But the newfound power and glory was short-lived, because in that moment the combat was set upon by a deathworm leviathan.
Is that what it is? Is that what we know it is? Or is that just what you call it?
That's what it is for the sake of the recap. Party members have not had a chance to identify what the fuck this is other than giant worm. You could probably deduce that it's a death worm because it is a worm that has caused a lot of death. But no one has identified the creature yet. This death worm has attacked the party and the Knolls, swallowing the Knolls entirely. And the party has begun to run full speed away. That is where we left off, was the party beginning a chase.
Fun.
All right. I need everybody's speeds.
Speed? We
Yes.
were all in the cart, so shouldn't we go with the cart speed?
Yes, you'll go off the horse's speed.
Yes.
Just like, oh, right, fuck.
Oh, that's fine.
Which I think one of our absentees has that particular horse's information.
Yes, but I'm also just pulling up what a draft horse is because he's a heavy horse, combat trained.
Yep. I don't think he was trained for this.
No, but he is trained for running like fuck when he needs to. 50-foot movement speed. Yeah, I would say that that's probably not changed by the cart. He's a big ass horse. If he's going at full speed, it's gonna go with him. And it's not like y'all are all particularly heavy. I don't think any of you are particularly heavy. Lila, you don't even count.
No, I also have a 30-foot.
I've been dieting recently.
So the question that stands though is if you are flying inside of the cabin, do you just smash into the back wall, or do you also magically just stay with the cabin?
I mean, I have a fly of 50 speed, so
you have a fly speed of 50.
You have a fly of 50 speed. Yes.
I have a fly speed of 50, but I can also
RB words. Yes.
I can also do what I've been doing, which is just sit on someone's shoulder.
And you weigh what? A quarter of a pound?
It's not that small.
No, I actually have my weight listed.
No, that's the running joke. Is that every session he gets smaller?
Yes, but if you want the actual answer, I weigh 6 pounds.
Yeah, you virtually nothing.
I would be negligible. No, I would be light bulk in Pathfinder 2e. That's what I would be.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Anywho.
Let's not confuse the systems anymore, please.
Yeah, please.
Listen, I am in an Exalted game, a Pathfinder 1e game, and a Pathfinder 2e game throughout the week.
That is your choice.
Yes! Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. So, that said, this is the start of combat. Everyone has a movement speed of 50 because you are on a horse, technically.
Yep.
Kind of.
And I might be able to help with my new bullshit.
Okay. So, baseline speed for the party is 50. All right, so we're just going to do this to where, since the party is not actively running from this thing, they are on a horse that is doing it for them.
Right.
None of you really have to roll much unless something goes wrong and the horse fails stuff.
Right.
That said, you guys will still have a turn to do things if you'd like. If you think it could help you, you're welcome to try things. That said, we'll give it a start as the worm burrows himself back into the sand, arcing, from his launch upward to swallow the knolls. Has burrowed back into the ground. When the horse gets, you hear Taryn snap the reins, yell, "Yeah!" and the horse starts bolting. Liza, pick a number between 1 and 100.
Ooh, 36, of course.
Cool. The horse bolts, and immediately the second horse that was tied to the first snaps his tie and bolts with all your supplies in the opposite direction.
Oh, poop. My bad, gang.
He is not a warhorse. He is not trained for
Yeah.
combat.
Well, maybe
He
I'll go
is
after that horse.
Scared as fuck.
Yeah, that's our supplies though for the whole journey.
Now, uh, what is the check for obstacles?
Well, that doesn't help.
Okay, what is? Let me pull up Terran's sheet real quick because I need to see what his handle animal roll is.
None of those help.
He's got a +9. All right. Oh, I can just roll it from his sheet. Fuck yeah. All right. The cart jolts as you guys start moving in the direction of the Obsidian Library, and you hear the snort from the horse of acknowledgement as Terran cracked the reins and yelled to get him moving. And you heard the panicked whinny of the horse, and all of a sudden the cart feels less restrained. And looking out the window, you see the second horse peeling off and kind of running. I said in the opposite direction, not quite in the opposite direction, but has peeled off and is now running away from all of you, off into the desert.
How far away is the horse?
I'd say between 30 and 50 feet.
Already?
By the time you have a moment to react, considering human reaction time is 3 to 6 seconds.
I'm not a human, damn it. I'm an elf.
That's fair, but there's nothing in there that says your reactions are faster.
No, that's
What
what
are you wanting to do?
Well, I think I've got a section of either rope or chain that's about 30 feet, so I was going to see if I could lasso the horse.
If you'd like to attempt that, make a reflex, not a reflex save, because you're not
Right,
saving
reflex
against
check?
anything. Yeah,
Give me a second.
I'll say. How do I want you to do this?
Ow. My chain's only 10 feet long, anyways. I don't have rope. So, unless they're within 10 feet, it's not going to matter.
I'll let you attempt it with just roll straight dexterity.
Okay.
Unless there might be a skill that works. Hold on, because skills are really what do everything.
I look, and unfortunately, there's nothing like lassoing anything. Unfortunately,
Could argue it's a melee weapon attack.
Right, and since you're using it to bind, you can also argue it's a combat maneuver.
Right. So,
Tell you
but
what,
for
if you have a combat, if you want to roll combat maneuver, I'll allow you to roll a combat maneuver since you're trying to bind the horse.
hang on. I'm trying to find out what that is.
It should be on your attacks tab, under melee, range, and then CMB.
Oh, okay.
yeah, combat maneuver.
So, what I'm going to, you hear the snap. Rock reaches into his pack, pulls out a length of chain, and in one fluid motion, whips the chain out and wraps it around the bridle, or attempts to wrap it around the bridle of the horse and start pulling it back towards where the cart is.
Okay. Take a +3.
18.
Yeah. You reacted quick enough that you were able to kind of throw it around his neck real quick and just get a very rough tie to the horse to try to keep him on track.
No, don't run that way. Run that way.
Yeah.
Stay with the herd.
Run away from the thing, not towards it.
I can always cut it loose if we need a distraction, but we need the food.
Right. His handle animal. You guys, as you're riding, it's been a few seconds. It's been, 10, 12 seconds since you guys have launched yourselves. Not even. It feels like time is dragging with the anxiety of this giant fucking thing that is big enough to swallow every single one of you completely whole and not even really notice that it did.
Well, that is terrifying. That is most things for me.
Well, yeah, and you also have trauma, but
Not most things. I would say most large or bigger creatures. A medium creature cannot swallow you whole.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god, we're gonna get eaten alive!" I'm like, I just look at everybody with that meme. First time.
But although you feel the rumble of the cart because it's wood, you feel that tremor again, and it's strong.
You know what? I have an idea.
Rock good.
Make it quick.
Rock goes over to the dead body of the gnoll that he grabbed into a cart and starts rummaging through his pack, pulls out a few vials. He downs a health potion, which I'll roll later. Corks the empty bottle, puts that along with 4 alchemist fire into the body, and starts smearing the blood of the body over itself to make it more fragrant.
Hey.
No.
For the funsies, roll craft.
Hang on, let me see if I...
It'd either be craft or survival for making bait.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably more a survival thing.
Yeah, but I think craft is also funny.
So I have 2 vials of alchemist fire and 2 vials of acid. I think both would be... It'd just be everything that I have. Like...
Hi, I would like to make...
something.
Hi, I'd like to make napalm. You have that as alchemist fire. No, I want it worse.
I throw... hang on. I can make it worse. I throw a thunderstone and a vial of oil in there, too. I've got quite a bit of bullshit.
You do. Roll craft or survival, whatever's higher.
Whatever my stunt is for this.
Oh, okay. +3. I'm happy with a +3 for that.
Let's see. My survival is 10. My craft is leatherwork at 7, so survival it is. Oh,
This is where I'd use a hero point if
Ouch.
I had some, but I don't.
so 11 plus what was my stunt? 3?
No, Carl, that's a botch.
Yeah, I know.
Would you like to use a hero point?
Yes, I want to re-roll that.
Please use a hero point and re-roll that.
Not a botch, so
16.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that was going to be very bad for you if you'd have kept the botch. But it would have been really great for the story. That'd have been real fun.
Getting a new character is not great for the story.
Wouldn't have been a new character. You just would have been running on foot.
I know how much damage 2 vials of Alchemist Fire, 2 vials of Acid, and a Thunderstone does. I need a new character right now.
Only if the botch was that you dumped it literally all on your lap.
I just said
It's
Thunderstone
not-
went off, the body explodes.
That's the thing. Thunderstone doesn't explode. It just makes a loud noise. And that wouldn't necessarily be enough to explode the body as much as it.
Oh, then I'm thinking the wrong thing. I do have something that'll make it explode.
Oh, okay.
I don't put a Thunderstone in. Give me a second. I've go through my other alchemical bullshit. A burst jar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so much better.
That did it.
That
Gotta
would
have
kill
that
that. That would kill you all. Yeah.
It definitely would do something.
Well, I would like to help with this. This is where I would have, if I had a hero point, I'd spend them.
You do have hero. Oh no, you spent all yours. That's right.
Yes, because I wanted to do it the cool way, not the efficient way.
Yeah, since it doesn't, it's not a. I just double checked Thunderstone to make sure that it wasn't like an explode, like a concussive blast that also was loud. It's just a sonic attack, so it just goes a really loud bang and deafens, but it doesn't do anything else. So it wouldn't really do anything.
Burst jar, literally 2 chemicals mix, and then after 6 seconds, it explodes.
Yeah. So it's a grenade.
So, yeah.
I didn't have the will to do this, but to help out with this the best I can, since this is right after Desna, gave me a class change, right? Within like the last 30 seconds. So I want to grasp onto that fading feeling. She's going to clasp her hands together and start reciting the name of as many stars in the night sky as she can, and I will definitely look this up later to make it more epic. While praying to Desna for luck so that this works and they don't get eaten.
You're praying.
Grabbing onto that fading connection as hard as she can for just a little bit of luck. And the reason why I started doing the naming the stars, that's part of her specific obedience to show favor, which is something I have to get in the habit of doing.
Roll performance. Take a +3.
Performance, right? That's what. Okay, right. That's how you were doing this, and not knowledge religion.
Nope. Praying isn't knowledge. Praying is talking.
No. You're right. Can I make a quick? Because I completely forgot that's how you did that. May I make a quick adjustment?
What are you taking points out of, and you're putting it into performance?
Yes, because I just completely forgot you did it through performance.
I got it. You're good. What are you taking points from? So I know what the changes are.
Knowledge religion?
No, I need that at 5 ranks.
Clerics actually benefit pretty heavily from having knowledge religion.
Well, the class I'm going to go into requires knowledge religion at 5 ranks to take.
Oh, are you going for the exalted?
Yep, at level 6. You just have to get there. Okay, let's see. I have a 17 to fly, so let's take...
You have to prevent yourself being turned into a kebab.
You're right, which is why I'm doing adjustments. Let's see. Let's take 1 rank out of that. 1 rank out of fly. 1 rank out of heal. Let's see. 1 rank out of survival for 3. 1 rank out of stealth because I have at a 14.
You don't need any fucking help with stealth.
I have the stealth at a 14 with only 1 rank in it, by the way.
Yeah, you don't need any fucking help.
So that's 4 and what do I have? And I'll just take my profession. No, actually, I'll take my profession down because we don't ever do anything with that. I'll actually put that down to 3 or 0.
You can only take 5 ranks, so you've already taken
No,
6. at
no,
this
right.
point.
That's why I'm going to be upping my stealth back up by 1. There we go. And then I'm gonna put those 5 ranks into perform, which is not a class skill, unfortunately. Oh wait, no, hold on. I can bump my stealth back up by 2. Or no, I'll have 1 in profession, just in case I ever take something.
You about done?
Yep, I am done.
Right.
That's as high as I can get it without changing my feats, and I don't want to do that because I like where they're at.
Make your roll.
Alrighty. Oh, 1d20. 1d20.
Just click the performance die.
Well, let's see if this works the way I think it does.
It doesn't.
There we go. 20. Oh wait, no, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, 28.
No.
Because yeah.
Your
I-
performance is an 8. Is a plus
Yeah.
8.
Plus 3 is an 11, so 28.
Got it.
Next time, click the die because you did
Yeah.
have a plus 8 on that. We have no way of checking.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, I can just pull up the sheet and look, but that just takes time away from other things that I could be doing. So.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
No, I get
that.
it. It's fine. And it's not like this sheet's going to be the sheet that we're going to be using forever anyway. At some point, I am going to switch us to the normal sheets. I just have not had time.
New job. So, yeah.
Yeah, quite literally. And it's going well. I enjoy it so far. But yeah, anyway. Okay, Carl, you rolled a 16, right?
Yep.
Yep, specifically praying to Desna for luck on this endeavor.
Carl, your roll gets a +3 circumstance bonus, so make it a 19.
Awesome.
Um,
Yes, I will gladly make the bomb better.
John, you grasp onto that strand of connection that is. It's not leaving you. It's still there. You have your connection to your god. But it's not like a witch's connection to their patron where it's just a constant presence in your mind. But
Right,
you
no,
reach out to that connection, that faded, quiet connection, that gentle little divine nodule in your subconscious, and you grasp onto that with your inner mind and scream out a desperate prayer to Desna, not even expecting a response because of what you just did, but she still hears, and you have the feeling of an acknowledgement.
Just a little bit of luck so your champion doesn't die immediately.
Oh, I have a feeling your tiny ass would survive.
Well, yeah, probably.
Anyway, that said,
Consider, did you want to do anything before I execute phase 2 of my master plan?
I don't. I'm good. I'm just thinking. I don't know what else to do.
yeah, you don't have any spells that you think would help or anything like that?
No, because all the spells that I would like to use are specifically for humanoid targets. So
Hmm. Unfortunate. This is not
Yeah.
a humanoid.
I am aware.
It's a worm.
It is a phalange.
It's a sand penis. Cool. You getting that ready, Rock, was your turn.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll the his handle animal. His handle animal.
Legal. Boy, I hope he stunts.
I'm not stunting for him. I'm not stunting for characters that are not here. But I also don't stunt for NPCs. So if I have to treat them as NPCs and they are not getting stunt bonuses, I'm not doing that. But the tremor got heavy and the ground shook for a moment. He keeps the horse on track without it losing its footing. He's able to kind of navigate and keep it running, keep it moving. You guys are fine for now, but you feel the worm moving closer and closer and underneath you, and it is long.
I look behind me to the girls in the cabin because the only other guy is driving. You ladies may want to pray that this works. I kind of take the body, heave it over what would effectively be the tailgate of the wagon. I don't know if it's still called that, and let it flop into the sand, spilling its, rubbing its blood onto the sand, and hopefully gaining the attention of this worm. We know it likes to eat dead bodies because it did so before it ran off, so hopefully it goes after one covered in blood.
Yeah, he likes food. Okay.
Do I have to roll anything or is it the worms roll for this?
Go ahead and spend your hero point like we talked about.
Yep. Down to 2.
And instead of it being a stunt, I am going to have it basically be just a neg to his roll.
Okay.
Or in other words, like basically just a like a circumstance bonus to the DC, basically just making the DC higher. But the fact that he even has to roll is because of the hero point.
Well, if he's rolling to hear the body to eat it, I want him to roll better.
Oh no, he knows immediately. He has tremor sense.
Right. Okay.
Anything that hits the ground, he feels and knows. Like, he may not know exactly what it is, but he knows it's a thing.
Right.
That said, he is going to... You feel the rumble almost stop for a moment, and then the ground behind you shatters. Sand flies everywhere. The back of the cart is hit in the wave and just kind of veers off to the side before correcting behind the horse as it's charging towards the library. And the body has been assumedly swallowed. Where is...
I would give you the damage of the items that I used, but I think against this creature it'd be negligible.
Yeah. So...
I will say Alchemist Fire burns until it's put out, so I don't know how much oxygen it's going to have inside of his body to burn.
Yeah.
If nothing else, I hope I give you the shits.
He comes up out of the sand, and it looks almost as if he's going to dive back in, but he kind of slinks himself downward, facing his massive gaping maw towards the cart as it runs.
Ew.
And you hear this disgusting, almost regurgitating sound as a spew of acid comes out of its throat, behind the cart, chasing you all. But in the middle of it, you hear an explosion. Muffled, but still audible. The three of you roll perception.
Ah, poop. Where is it? There it is.
That's a low roll for me.
Oh God.
That's a normal roll for Cassandra.
No, it's
No,
not.
we
For
both
perception?
rolled the same number. We both rolled the same number.
Liza, you have historically rolled poor for perception.
No, I haven't. Well,
You
just
literally
once.
had, yeah, that's,
That was once.
and that's the one
Well,
time you've rolled
The
perception.
thing is, she has a +4 while everybody else has a +10 or more.
Yeah.
That's why it always looks bad. Like, both of us rolled a 3.
Alrighty.
But it's also
So-
just funny because Liza got one good perception roll
No,
last
and I'm in
session.
my game.
Before that, all of them were terrible.
Playing with real people. Nobody wants to buy the bungalow.
Do we get to stun for this?
I mean, sure. I didn't say you couldn't.
No.
Don't worry, Rock.
Opportunity
You
lost.
don't need to.
Alright, yeah. So, Lyra, hearing that Pray This Works, is going to open her eyes as she finishes her prayer. Look first to, Rock. Go, fly up to his ear so she can actually talk to the man. Go, I already did that before flying over to the horse that Rock had captured and looking around while keeping one hand on it to make sure one, it stays on target, and two, something else isn't about to jump out of the sand and try to eat it and our food.
Take a +3.
And this is where I reveal my perception is not nearly as high as it used to be.
That's okay. Not everyone can have good elven eyes.
That being said,
You rolled an 8. I don't want to hear it.
Cassandra, you were knocked around a little too much from the sudden eruption from the ground of the Deathworm Leviathan, and when the no, you're not injured, but when the explosion goes off, you're kind of like tucked into yourself, not quite fetal position, but protecting your head in case something does come to hit you in the head. You just did get into a fight that almost killed you. You're a little right now. The other two of you, you see a bulge, kind of like maybe like 30 feet down from where the mouth is. And erupting from its mouth where the acid is, the acid stream doesn't stop. But now it's on fire.
Whoops.
Oopsie daisy.
Oops.
Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, I still need to roll that healing potion, Eric. It's 1d8 +5.
But Terran does just fine, hearing the eruption of the death worm and looking back to see the acid spew becoming molten fire. Just with quick thinking and very good reflexes, spurs the horse sharp to the side, veering out of the way of the line of acid fire just as it ends, and continues onward towards the obsidian library as the worm now kind of like coils himself down to launch himself back upwards so he can burrow back into the sand. seeing what the worm is doing, predicting accurately the path he's going to take, he then jerts, we're going to use that term again, jerts off to the side with the horse back to the path that you were just on, and avoiding the worm entirely as it burrows back into the sand right where he just was. And you continue.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anybody like to do anything?
Let's
Well,
throw candy at it.
Fortunately, I am all the things I would like to do have an unfortunate restriction.
Humanoid?
No, self-target.
Oh, well. Stop
Like
being a masochist.
Like Longstrider or Expeditious Retreat.
Well, too bad you're not a sorcerer. Then you could start adding targets with metamagic.
I thought Expeditious Retreat could be used on others.
It can in D&D. And if you would like to make it to where it's not just personal, I will accept that.
Yep, target, personal, self.
Even the mythic version doesn't do it.
Was it a first level spell, second level spell?
That's first level.
Interesting. First level spell, bard, sorcerer.
First level alchemist, bard, inquisitor, magus, psychic, sorcerer, wizard, summoner, unchained summoner.
Huh.
Subdomain, Azada, chaos good, and exploration.
Interesting. So the click-ins for Pathfinder here are incorrect.
In the character sheet?
Yeah, in Roll20, because it just says bard and sorcerer listed.
Might be that it was added later because the core rulebook didn't have all those extra classes. So, like this spell was introduced in the core rulebook, and then we had the mythic expansion in Mythic Adventures. So that might be why Roll20 is pulling just from the core rulebook. And core rulebook they just had bard and sorcerer wizard. So
It's not just core rulebook. It's like core rulebook, APG.
no, I understand that multiple books brought in other classes. What I'm saying is that if you go to D20 Puff Sword, the attribution is to the core rulebook and to Mythic Adventures because the spell was introduced in the core rulebook and then the Mythic version was introduced in Mythic Adventures. They're not going to list every single book that has a class that has added it to their spell list.
Oh yeah, no. They list the books only when it was introduced.
Right. So that might be why in Roll20 it's only showing Bard, Sorcerer / Wizard because when it was introduced, those were the only classes that had it. So
no, it's because
as much as this discussion is fun, let's
as much as this is mentally stimulating, shut up.
pretty much.
Okay. If you guys are not attempting to do anything else to stop this thing, I'm gonna have him roll again, and hope to God he doesn't fuck it up for you.
Well, the only thing I could do is
I would like to
try shark movements. Might throw them off.
Yeah.
I don't know if this big thing can turn that quickly, so we may want to try sharp movements.
Serpentine!
I don't think a snake is going to help. That thing is a snake.
The rumble becomes as heavy as it was a moment ago before the ground goes to break again, and at that moment he, hearing you, goes to take a sharp turn to try to get out of the way of this thing.
Nice.
But unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
the worm catches the cart. launching you all skyward.
Well,
Didn't we have a covered cart?
Uh-huh.
So we just go popping through. We just go popping through the cart, through the cover like a toast through a toaster.
Think of it as you and the carriage went skyward as the carriage started to shatter.
Oh god.
Oh,
So you guys are no longer inside of the carriage. It has been, or at least, probably not. Okay, I gotta put the game on pause. Lisa needs me to call her ASAP. Alright, we are back. Sorry about the delay. I had to make sure that there was not an emergency with my family. We are good. Everything is fine. In fact, everything is great. My son has taken his first steps. So,
everyone applaud. Now. Anyway, back to nearly dying.
back to nearly dying.
I think we're in the middle of getting eaten.
You're in the middle of learning how to fly. Everybody make a reflex save. Actually,
Can I make a fly check, motherfucker?
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Make a reflex save to prevent yourself from getting injured by the hit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Feeling the hit.
And you will still need to make the reflex save, John, but to recover from it, you can make a fly check.
All right.
Your reflex is to avoid getting hit by splintering wood and metal.
Yeah. Now, feeling the hit and things starting to break, Lila is going to use her size to her advantage and kind of just flit with as she starts flying between these large pieces of broken wood, since she has a lot less surface area.
Yeah, take a +3. Carl.
Rock feels
Rock?
the ground. Yeah, Rock feels the ground shake and the cart start to jump up, and he immediately plasters himself up against the cover and then grabs onto part of the canvas so that he's like away from all the big heavy pieces, so he just gets smacked by something that's gonna knock him out. Because he's okay with getting nicks and a little bit of cuts in this, but if he gets knocked out, he's done. My goodness.
Oh no.
Do you want a hero point? Or do you want to roll with it and be epic?
I'm running out of hero points.
I can heal you.
Yeah, I know. You're going to have to. I'm already injured.
Oh. Oh, speaking of, quick question. Do I get all my spell slots? Because I was
Yes.
changed into a cleric by a god.
Yes, you didn't have any spell slots to lose, so yeah. I mean, you gained magic, and it'd be shitty if she's like, you can have magic tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay, cool. I did put spells in those slots.
10 business days.
No, I put spells in those slots like I had prepared for the day. I just want to make sure that was kosher first.
No, I appreciate you checking. Yeah, you absolutely have your spell slots.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna let this one ride
Okay.
because I have 2 more hero points and I might need them for something else.
Okay, that's fair.
How's our monk? She's in the back seat too.
Yep.
She's just doing handstands on flying debris.
Fucking show off.
Okay. Well then. See what Terran does, because if He passes his reflex saves. He stays on the horse. That means that he has to try to save you guys. Or what decision he makes. But
You wouldn't have been on the horse. You would have been in the front of the wagon. So if anything, he gets
oh,
knocked
that's
onto the horse.
that's fair. Yeah, that'll be his acrobatics check to determine if he makes it onto the horse. Okay, so everyone except for Rock and Avrin, who obviously is not here. You don't feel jostled yet. You guys are in the air and you feel weightless, but you see the shattering of things. And Rock, as you kind of turn in midair, the wheel comes up and clocks you underneath the chin. Like, you ever seen those videos of people getting hit by runaway tires?
Just takes them completely out.
Yeah. Think that, but not nearly as fast because you're in the air and you're kind of moving at a similar speed to it, but it still hits you hard.
It's unpleasant.
It is very unpleasant.
How much damage do I take?
Nine. Take 9 bludgeoning damage. I don't think that matters much, but basically take 9 non-lethal damage.
Okay, well, back down to where it was.
And Avrin takes the same. The rest of you were able to, adjust yourselves in ways that kept you from getting hit and avoid any sort of untimely injuries. That's unfortunate for Avrin. Where is hit points? There they are. Hey. And with that, those of you who passed your reflex saves, please roll acrobatics to recover.
Yeah.
If you have wings, you can attempt to roll fly instead to get your wings up underneath you and not hit the ground.
Can I just include the stunt I did from before?
Sure, but I'm going to drop it down to a +1.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. It just kind of wasn't all it,
Yep,
fit.
that's fair. So take a +1 for it. Okay. Okay.
I think Eliza forgot how to stunt.
Some things I just don't know how to stunt for. I'm not as experienced as y'all are.
It's literally just describing what you're doing.
I know. It's nothing special to what I'm doing.
Oh,
How are you? This is one, Liza, where I would really ask you to reconsider and try to put yourself out of your comfort zone and try to think of something, because you are 30 feet in the air and you just magically hit the ground just fine, like on your feet, no injury. Like, what are you doing to make sure that when you get back down to the ground, you're not hurting yourself? Are you grabbing a piece of wood? Are you grabbing onto the worm? Are you, like, what are you going to try to do to prevent yourself from getting hurt when you hit the ground? Like, when I played Nathaniel, I got stuck in a position where a couple of worms were fighting and crashed into the lake that I was in, launching me like 50 feet into the air. I grabbed a piece of wood from the raft that we had and used it as a surfboard to come down on the waves of water, and I rolled acrobatics for that. That was my stunt. Now, we didn't do stunt bonuses in that game, but that was how I described what I was doing, so that way it added to the scene. That's what we mean by stunting, and I know it can be hard, but it's something that I really want you to try to at least give me a basic description every time instead of just rolling.
Okay. Do I have to do that now? I don't really want to right now.
I would like if you gave me a little bit of what you're trying to do so I don't just make up what your characters are doing, because at that point, if I'm just always saying what your character is doing, then I'm just playing your character at that point. You're just rolling dice for me. That makes sense?
Yeah. I don't know. I'd do a triple backflip,
Okay.
land like Black Widow.
That's perfect. It's hilarious. This
Okay.
old lady just goes, hold up, let me pose.
Take a +3 to your acrobatics roll.
Heck yeah.
Gets up. Oh, good thing my training kicked in.
Well, then I got a 24.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody does fine.
Except me.
Except for you and Avrin. You guys both hit the ground hard.
Yep. Is that more damage than the wheel did to me, or is that just
I'm not going to, because of the disruption of the sand. The sand is a bit softer right now than it normally would be. It's not as hard packed. So you hit the sand, it drives the wind out of you, absolutely, but we'll just leave it at that. But you guys are prone and exposed, and you no longer have a carriage. That said, you do see, those of you who did make the check, you do see Terran lands on his horse and whips it around to try to come scoop you up.
Not all of us are fitting on that horse.
Yeah, he's gonna see what he can do, but he's turning around for you guys at the very least to see what's the next steps. But
where's the other horse?
Lila, you kind of catch yourself in a downward spiral and zip back upwards into the air, and you're now kind of hovering at a good 10 feet in the air, just above everyone else. You all see, though, Cassidra, as she's falling, backflipping, lands in the sand in a perfect, gymnast pose, stands up and poses, and 3 gnolls pop up from behind a sand dune. One's got a sign that says 10, the other has another sign that says 10, the third has a sign that says 7.5, and then one of the gnolls turns to him and drives his spear through his head. And then takes the sign and throws it away, and you got 2 gnolls with 10. So congratulations, you get 10 out of 10.
Heck yeah.
That's just the right amount of dumb.
Yeah. Well, listen, it was impressive. The 60-year-old woman who's a witch fucking did a perfect triple backflip and stuck the landing in a perfect gymnast pose. And it's funny because you only have a +2 to acrobatics.
I do. I'll throw him some candy. Thank you. Come again.
Where's the other horse?
Roll perception.
God. Rock almost bounces off the ground with how quickly he scrambles back to his feet, knowing how much danger they're in right now, as he is frantically looking around for that other animal that could possibly keep up with this ginormous thing trying to eat us. That's the wrong button entirely. Perception. There we are.
Take
There
a
we go.
+3.
What
25.
knowledge would it be to know about this worm?
1 second.
Okay.
Let me resolve his perception roll. You taking a quick glance around, you catch the second set of cartwheels, not people cartwheeling, but the wheels of the other cart,
I'm
And
glad you specified because we already know this is a gymnast area. So
exactly, like something about this area just makes you all particularly acrobatic, apparently. Except for you, Rock.
fucking yeah, great, thanks.
Sand
Um,
trampolines.
right. But you do see the hoof prints and the cart, the wheel tracks of the cart peeling off to the south, and you follow them real quick, and you do see the horse just kind of running in a straight line, because like with the hit you lost your grip on the chain, and the chain was kind of crudely just meant for an emergency hold, and it slipped. He ran. He is alive. Your cart does seem to be safe, but he is quite far.
I'll go for that cart and start running towards the horse, the location that we're going towards. Just running full speed.
Yeah. Cool.
The worm goes for the other one.
All right. So now that you guys are on your feet, a quick explanation of the chase rules. Because now all of your movements are at around 30 feet. Because in this, you have to assume group speed, not necessarily like, or like, you know, the baseline speed, which is the majority of everyone's speed. So although a couple of you have a little bit faster than normal, pretty much everyone else has the same speed. Lila, you're faster, and Avern's faster, but that's it, right?
And
everybody else, well, and the horse,
which is now most of the party is faster than 30 feet.
Sure, but I mean, are you just gonna tell the horse and its rider to leave you all behind? He is now stuck going the same speed as you guys.
No, somebody else is getting on that horse. It's probably going to be the old lady.
Well,
I can run just fine.
You have a split second to make the decision as he turns around with his horse and he comes charging at the group with a hand down. Who's grabbing the hand?
Cassandra, get on that horse.
Yeah, I grab his hand.
Okay.
And pull myself up like with ease. Perfect front foot. No, I'm just kidding.
running like a man, waving my arms, pointing in the direction of where I thought the Obsidian Library is. It might be. It might not be. Are we going this way, Apple? Keep running. I don't stop. I'm just asking.
You can see the library.
Bolting there.
Okay, before I take off.
Yes, you were asking about what it would be to identify the worm.
It's knowledge arcana because it's a magical beast.
Correct.
Okay. Looking over at the Obsidian Library and kind of thinking back to the last time she was there and scanning through the books, not only for her, former powers, but just what was in the area. Kind of hoping that something tickles in her brain about this fucking thing that I can use to distract it away from everybody else. Because I can fly.
He can fly, he can fly, he can fly.
Take a +1.
I can't really stunt that well without.
Nope, that's fine.
Meta knowledge.
Stuff is hard to stunt.
Alright, knowledge arcana.
Send me how the DCs work. Let me pull this up real quick while you're rolling.
10 is basic information. It's DC 10 plus CR level.
John, I got it. Just roll your dice, please.
Oh yeah, I did send it to you in my DM.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
looking
still not rolling your dice.
That being said, it's 24.
You have no clue. I'll say this: you recognize it. It's a death worm.
I know what it
You
is.
you did not know death worms could be this large. This was myth on the verge of legend at best. So if it's different or it functions any differently than a normal death worm, you can assume it does. You have no clue what this thing is capable of. Mainly because you did not know that death worms this large could exist.
Right. Any chance it speaks, some sort of language.
You don't know.
Beyond I'm hungry.
You don't know. You did not roll high enough to identify this creature fully. I
Well-
gave you that it's a death worm because it looks like a death worm, but way bigger.
Fuck
It's
a duck.
Daddy Death Worm.
Well, yeah, I got nothing. And unfortunately, I have found out Long Strider and Expedition Retreat affect move speed, not fly speed.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anywho,
yeah, I'm gonna head out, start flying very high into the air towards the Obsidian Library, and I'm going to trust Rock is gonna get there.
Liza, go ahead and roll acrobatics to get up onto the horse smoothly. Whatever your roll is going to translate into a bonus for him pulling you up.
Okay. Okay. I used my best stunt on acrobatics already.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You used a stunt.
Triple front flip. Do the splits in midair.
Not every stunt needs to be over the top. If nothing else, just describe the scene that's going on and how you're interacting with it. That's honestly how you're going to get most of your stunts.
I'll grab his hand and use all my strength to pull myself up onto the back of the horse.
All right. Pick a +1 to your roll. Go ahead and roll.
15.
All right, I'll make that a +2 to his bonus, to his roll. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought athletics was a skill.
But no.
You're gonna hate
It
this.
is. Nope.
It is in D&D.
Oh, I know it is in D&D. I could have swore there was an athletics skill in Pathfinder. Okay.
Pathfinder and D&D are not 1-to-1.
No, I know. I could have swore there was one in
No,
this.
if you do want to have her roll something skill-wise, it could be climb.
Well, he's not climbing. He's pulling somebody up onto his horse. So it's just going to have to be a strength check.
Oof.
How much do you weigh?
160. And pure muscle.
At 160 of pure wrinkles.
He has a firm grip on you. You've kind of got like one leg in the stirrup to kind of get a grip, but neither of you quite have the strength to get you all the way, and you're just kind of dangling as he rides.
As I run past Cassandra, I just put one hand up, grab her belt, hike her up onto the horse, and keep running.
Okay.
Give me a wedgie.
Don't care. You're alive to hate it.
Are you... Okay. Let's do this. We'll consider this one full round without the worm doing anything because he's kind of readjusting and coming back at this. And you guys have a moment to get kind of on your feet and get moving again. But next turn of the chase, I'm going to assume everyone is going to spend the full turn running.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can evade the worm 2 more times, you will be at the library.
Question.
Yes.
Can I ditch them? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you and Taryn could technically.
No, I'm kidding. I am kidding.
I was going to say Taryn has honor, so he wouldn't. But I mean,
I have
you
a
can.
legitimate question.
Yes,
You told me as a player he has tremor sense.
correct.
Would my character be able to discern that based off of just like the fact that it's able to burrow through the ground and still find us? Because I think he's smart enough to piece that together, but I don't want to assume.
Do you have anything trained in Knowledge Arcana? I would
Not
imagine
in Arcana, but
not.
not in Arcana, but I've got a 16 in survival or a 16 intelligence and like 10 ranks in survival, so I understand like
Tell
things
you
on
what,
the ground.
go ahead and
Things on the
roll.
ground have a tendency to know what's around them. I just don't want to make that assumption and just be like, oh yeah, I know they have tremor sense.
Go ahead and roll survival and just take a +1 circumstantial for the evidence that you've been presented with, just the mental piecing together. Take a +1
Okay.
to your roll.
As he's running, he's digging through his pack looking for anything that might help. And he settles on the Thunderstones as he's rubbing it in his fingers, looks back at the worm, and starts doing some mental math. So 19 plus stunt.
Make that a 22 with a +3. So yeah, from
Okay.
from what you know of creatures with tremor sense, he is acting very similar, and the logic would dictate this is a creature that has no apparent eyes. You've seen its face, and it somehow is still tracking you while underground, and it
Okay.
reacted to something hitting the ground suddenly. Yeah, this thing probably can determine where you are based on feel.
Okay. Because the Thunderstone makes a loud sound. That sound would travel through the ground. I'm going to see if I can't like take a Thunderstone and like wing it behind me to like basically act like a flare for a fighter jet, where it's like throwing him off course, thinking I'm like running at different angles, but where it misses. He starts running off in a different direction and then has to readjust.
Okay. Yeah, do it. I'll allow it.
Definitely need to restock on my alchemical bullshit when we're done with this. I throw one. I've got 3 more, so I just kind of, when I feel the tremor starting to get louder, I'm like winging a Thunderstone just off to the right somewhere so that I can kind of bait the worm to miss and go wide.
Okay.
What do I roll for that?
Putting it up.
I mean, there's not really a role for it. Other than,
Okay.
like, I mean, you can make it, I guess, a thrown attack, but you're not throwing it at something, you're throwing it away from you to try to get it to draw its attention elsewhere.
I
I'll
guess
say
it's
it
just-
probably wouldn't hit the ground hard enough because the ground is sand, so you'd have to aim for, like, a stone in the ground. So make a thrown attack at a stone.
Can I use my sling?
Sure.
Okay, because I've got that attack loaded.
Yeah,
I don't have
absolutely.
random thrown object number 4. So, yeah. 12 plus stun. I mean, how hard is it to hit a rock?
Not.
Exactly.
It was making sure
That's-
basically that you got a 10 or higher, because like that's really all
Done.
you needed. So yeah, you launched this thing. What's the range of your sling?
50.
50? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You yeet this thing 50 feet away from you, and you see it arc, and you hear the slightest dink as it hits the rock, and then it
Good job.
sounds like Taryn shot something 30 times bigger
Yep.
than what he's been shooting.
Right. Like it's that canned sound effect they use for like when an iceberg cracks.
Yeah. And the death worm launches himself out of the sand, screaming with rage, before launching himself aerially towards you all. And he launched up kind of near the stone, but the blast, the tremor, the sound waves pissed him off. But it absolutely threw him off. He was not expecting that. So there is some benefit for you guys there. It's not just, wow, you guys keep pissing it off. Like, it definitely, like, I mean, he can't hear necessarily, but it sure didn't fucking feel good. Although it doesn't say he's deaf, but, you know, it also doesn't say he has ears.
He can roll against that deafened DC for the
he doesn't have to.
Thunderstone. Yeah.
The DC for it is 15.
Yeah.
So, like, well, I rolled for shiggles. Guess what I rolled?
And that
Oh,
one.
no. A nat
Yep.
20. Oh. Oh no.
So he launches up into the air, pissed off and screaming, before his body comes collapsing down like a giant limp dick right where you guys are running. Everyone roll.
Hero point, no.
No. It is not hero points, no. This is typical chase rule. Go ahead and roll a DC 25
Oh god.
acrobatics check if you are on your feet
Oh.
So
or flying.
Me and the monk.
You, the monk, and Lila need to roll because Lila's still in the path.
I can't make that.
Question: why am I rolling if I'm in the air?
Because this thing is about to fall on top of you.
I can't make that.
I'll let you resolve that, but I think mine would be a fly check if I'm literally flying out of the way.
Yeah,
I have a +5 and I have a -3 because of my armor, so I can't make that check.
Oh.
25 is a little high for level 5 characters.
Sure. It is, but it isn't. You guys are consistently rolling that high.
Well, on stuff we have a significant number of ranks in, yes. So
if you can argue another skill, is there another skill that you think would be better suited for this for you?
So he's throwing himself at where we're going to?
Yeah, basically because it deafened him, but because it doesn't explicitly say that he has ears and can hear shit, it's tremor sensing. It's kind of a stunning effect. It hit him with such a concussive force for him that he is like, think he shot up into the air, wiggled aggressively and angrily, and then is falling. He's not like trying to smash you, he's just falling because it stunned him.
Okay.
So you're getting out of the way of his falling body. So I mean, you can also roll reflex if that is possible. If you think a reflex save could get you there, but I think that's still also hurting.
Reflex save. Let's see.
Reflex.
Worse.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason it's 25 is just because of how fucking big this thing is. I mean, it's gargantuan.
Right.
And based on on that. Now, granted, he's gargantuan long, so he is 64 feet long.
Right.
So easily what? 10, 15 feet circumference? Not circumference, diameter?
Uh,
Like, what does
Yeah,
that sound like that would be about right for a gargantuan fucking worm?
yeah, yeah, it does.
I mean, you know what? I'll say let's make it a DC 20. Because
That's
you guys
still-
should have enough time to get out of the way pretty easily. But for a
Oh.
chase, DC 20 is a standard difficulty.
Jeez, we should be getting into chases.
Question: would I be able? I know I'm small. How fast? And I'm willing to take a little bit of damage of this to make this work. How fast would I need to fly to run into him to give him a bit of a boost so he can get the fuck out of the way of giant worm?
No,
You don't have enough weight behind you to help anyone move fast enough.
I'm running along with the monk, with Taryn. Is that the one? I'll get their names eventually. Tavern. I'm running along with the monk. See the worm about to fall. Put my arm out and stop both of us, so the worm could just fall in front of us, and then we just clamber over it and keep going. It's not outrunning it. It's no. If I keep running, this thing's gonna land on me. So I just dead stop and let it fall in front of me.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Take a +3, and that's not even acrobatics, honestly. Because of the thought process that you're using for that,
I'm
gonna say roll survival.
Much better.
That is being able to look at a situation and determine the best course of survival. That's not really you being acrobatic. So I think survival is better.
Perfect. 20 met.
Met.
And can I have that carried to the monk too? Because I also stopped them to make sure they didn't get crushed.
Yeah. Still gotta have him.
Okay.
Oh, you physically stopped him?
Like tried to throw my arm out to stop them so that we didn't get crushed by the worm that was landing.
Okay, yeah. That's fine.
You know, looking up the players that aren't here.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Last thing you want to come back to is he flattened your character.
Hey, here's your new character sheet. What?
The fuck did I miss? You didn't miss a worm.
What the fuck did you miss? The spice must flow.
Yeah, this is exactly what we're into. Out to the Akaiba.
Yeah.
Somebody get the blood refiners.
Yeah, just worm lands directly in front of me. Quickly, just scramble over the worm and keep going before it can recover. Because I don't know how long it's stunned for, and I don't know if it'll work a second time.
Okay. As you are cresting this monstrosity, you feel it shift and you feel the muscle fibers underneath your feet move. These massive muscle fibers as it starts to slither forward, and you see it shoving its head into the ground, and it now starts to twist to get the burrowing going. You get off to the other side of the worm just fine. You guys continue your run as it's burying itself into the sand and resuming its chase of you all.
One more.
I guess I don't need to roll then.
No, you still need to roll. I thought you had.
No. And I only said something because I'm like, I on an honor system, I should probably say I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, roll. I thought you had.
I was in a stunt. Yeah. So as this thing starts falling in the air, Lila's going to actually stop flapping her wing for a moment to feel how the wind is shifting with it, so she doesn't get dragged in by the air displacement. And is going to ride that to get pushed away from it falling by the air that is being forced away from it from its weight.
Okay, take a +3.
I'm just a little. I'm just
And
a little girl.
you obviously can do a fly check to make an aerial maneuver. So
I'm actually glad I got a +3.
Yep.
I have rolled low on my fly a lot.
everybody successfully evaded damage here, and the chase resumes. You are close enough to the Obsidian Library that you know just this one last push will get you there. I need everyone to roll, and I can't drop the difficulty this time to, after reevaluation, because this one will be this tough. This is a difficult obstacle at a DC 25 as the sandworm erupts directly in front of you. It is trying to cut you off.
Can we want to say that I feel it moving ahead of us, so I can tell that it's about to go for us in front of us because
Roll
of my
perception.
Yeah. So I'm not running into it blind. I know it's going, so I'm going to just make a wide bank around where this thing's going to pop out, so it don't get swallowed up.
Okay. You guys notice Rock has split and is going not necessarily away from your destination, but away from the group.
I would like.
And you
he's
hear him
screaming,
yell, "Go around."
Yep. I'm gonna follow him because he's on his foot, and as I fly down, I want to touch him on his shoulder and use guidance.
Okay, what does it do?
It gives a +1 to a skill check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Okay.
+1. That could mean I live.
It's not as good as D&D's, which is a 1d4, but
So, I said what I said, but because of your action for you, Rock, DC 20. Because you're actually moving yourself physically out of the way of this thing before it erupts.
Okay.
Well, I will say
life.
if you pass the perception check.
I have a base perception of 12, which is the
I
only
know
reason
you do.
that I probably feel it out. So
I know you do, but I know you can still
That's-
botch, so you're
Brother.
fine.
26.
You're
so,
fine.
Oh,
You absolutely can feel it moving, and you can kind of tell too when you're standing above its tail because the tremors are originating from further away from you, but still under you. And so you can kind of tell when the tail is underneath you versus the head of the worm. And you can tell it deepened kind of suddenly. And the last time that happened, when you lost the tremor entirely, it erupted vertically out of the sand.
Yep.
Using your own knowledge, go ahead and make a... I wouldn't call it acrobatics. I definitely wouldn't call it reflex, though. It's not really a reflex save.
survival, getting the way out of a trap.
Yeah, I'm gonna say survival again. It's the only thing that I can... I'm annoyed that there isn't athletics, because this would be athletics. This is your ability to physically run, not to be springy and move lively.
I'm glad
This
it's
is annoying.
survival because that includes running in the desert, knowing how animals work, dealing with dangerous creatures. That all sounds like survival, so that all still fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. 28.
You're fine.
You sound disappointed.
No, just not surprised.
I do only have a +10.
Only have a +10. I'm so bad at them.
Just a quick thing. For later, look at Kingmaker, the video game. They have an athletic score and see how they did it.
Yeah, I might.
What do I roll? What am I rolling?
We can include miscellaneous skills. It's just none of us knew it existed to put points into.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Kingmaker, I don't know how they did it, but they combined skills to make athletics.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it. We'll see. We might modify some things. I don't know yet. But anyway, for now, the rest of you, if you are you taking Rock's words to heart and attempting to veer off to the side, or are you?
I mean, I already followed him. That's how I gave him guidance. I have to physically
I
touch
sure
him.
hope so. I'm not in control of the horse.
Well, sure. Okay.
Man, no sands.
Obviously, he's rolling handle animal because he's controlling a horse. Oh no.
Oh god. Oh no. Can I react to that?
You can roll a reflex save to prevent yourself from eating sand, because as he goes to jerk the horse to the side,
Jert?
yeah, no, I said jerk this time with a K.
That's why I corrected you.
Yeah, fuck you. As he tries to jerk the horse off to the side to quickly skirt from the direction that you all were headed, a soft spot in the sand where some sand had been shifting, potentially even from just some small critter burrowing out of the way of something, catches his horse's hoof, and he just falls. Almost like, you ever seen a horse fall forward?
Yes.
Yeah, he falls forward, sending you two flying. Please make a reflex save to catch yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna try to like push my feet off of his back butt area, the horse, not the guy. And like barrel roll in the sand and land on my knees.
You mean somersault?
No, but sure, whatever. A roll. I'm gonna roll.
I was
in
like,
the sand.
old lady thinks she's a fighter jet. All right.
I'm very capable. Alright, acrobatics, you said?
Okay. No, you're making a reflex save.
Oh, right.
If you make the reflex save, then you can roll acrobatics to actually stick the landing, but the reflex save is
Okay.
to avoid getting hurt.
Okay.
So go ahead and take a +3 to your reflex save.
So 16.
That's fine. I'll take it. It's not like this is a life-threatening situation. Well, it is, but you getting flinged off the horse and hitting sand, this specific moment is not a life threat. It's just what is around you that is the life threat. So
It's not like his life-threatening situation. 12-ton worm screams in the background. Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Go ahead and roll acrobatics to catch yourself to see if you can catch yourself on your feet.
Okay.
And you can keep your same stunt from earlier, but it'll be a +1 if you do, instead of a +3.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Since it was kind of encompassing everything.
Oh, well, I'm not okay with it anymore, but it is what it is.
That's
So,
fine. You're not getting hurt, but you are not on your feet.
That's fair.
Oh, but yeah, okay. I will say, just because hero points are a scant resource, do let us know if failing a roll, in something like this, might cause us damage.
No.
I mean, fair.
I will
I
let you
kinda-
know. I will
Okay, okay.
ask you if you want to use a hero point if I feel like you taking a botch would badly hurt you. Like, I'm talking to the point of, like, death.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's basically like, let us know if something we fail means we might die.
Yes, that I absolutely will. But not just for, oh, this could hurt you. Welcome to the
sorry.
game.
That's everything.
I meant if we might literally die if we fail the roll.
Yes, absolutely. We can agree to that.
Okay.
No, if anything, she was going to take the lowest level of quote-unquote falling damage because she was going at a high rate of speed face first into sand.
No, I just kind of stroked off there mid-sentence.
That's fine. You stroke out every time you talk.
That's not
Ew.
true. Just half the time.
That's not what it means, Liza. It means that his brain gets a blood clot and he gets dumb because of it.
So worm pops up out of the ground.
Yeah, to start mine, as Lyra flies down next to Rock to gently tap him on his shoulder to give him a bit of a divine blessing, she's going to peel off from him. Since he said go around, whatever he's sensing, he's going around from. So if I go for even further around him, the way he's running, I'll be fine. He might get eaten, but I've already done my bit. If that makes sense.
Sure. It's not like you need a bonus to your fly check, but go ahead.
Bullshit, I would have failed without the stunt last time.
Oh, that's only because you rolled really low and have a massive bonus. You rolled a 3 and you have a plus 16 to fly.
Yeah, like I said, it's still possible.
No, it's not, because you get a plus 3, you dick. So yes, you absolutely get out of the way, you're fine. While this may have sucked, this might have saved your life, Cassandra. Because the worm was not expecting you guys to fall where you did. And so he does pop out of the ground like a demented Chuck E. Cheese game. Like a demented whack-a-mole. But popping up and realizing there's nobody around him, he just rages. Basically temper tantrums. And starts spewing acid in a circle around him. So...
You peeked out there.
Yeah, nah, I was making noise. I wasn't talking. I was going, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Liza, make a DC 22 reflex save.
In what context? So I can try to stunt?
How much health do you have?
Like 39 out of 40.
Yeah.
What do you mean context?
What's happening causing her to have to make a save?
Yeah.
It's spewing acid in a circle around itself, just like temper tantrum vomiting acid.
Oh god.
You are not right underneath it, so you didn't get eaten. But you're still close enough that it can hit you with the with its acid breath.
That's fair. I'm gonna do like acrobatic leaps in between each spurt of acid, like landing on my hands and then jumping again and landing on my feet and being all fancy with it.
God, fucking old lady has moves.
She was an assassin. What do you want?
Take a +3 and roll your reflex save.
Clearly, she just went to the red room.
I rolled a 9.
God damn it! I swear to God, if this kills you.
I would hero point that.
You know what? I have enough hero points. I'm gonna hero point that. I wanna success this.
Yeah, he asked you how many hit points you have. You want to make sure that you miss whatever
I
this
only
is.
have 1 hero point. All right. I feel
No,
like
if you
that's not
haven't
accurate.
used any, you should have, what was it?
3.
3, Trevor?
Okay,
Yes.
then I have
Yes.
4 because I had 1. I got 1 because I made Trevor feel dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't auto track for you. You have to manually put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Homie!
that's enough to kill any of us.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because you don't die if you hit 0. You have to hit a certain negative based on your con.
That's my max HP.
Yeah, it wouldn't kill you. It would just put you to 0.
I understand, but I want you to know how bad that hit is. That's your tank's max HC.
Yes. This is why this is not a thing that you were supposed to fight but run from like you guys have been doing. Unfortunately, the dice said no.
Unfortunately, the dice said, hey, you wanted danger, remember?
I think that would just instantly kill her.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get revivified till level 9.
We don't have the diamonds anyways.
Liza, I need you to re-roll. You spent a hero point.
Yes. Okay. Do I still get my +3?
Well, hold on, because I believe it gives you a static bonus
No,
when you use it to
I-
re-roll.
I literally just used it to re-roll. I don't think it gives you a bonus. It just allows you to re-roll. You can spend it to add 8 to a roll before you roll. You can use it to spend. There's a couple other odds and ends, but for a re-roll, it's literally try again.
Right.
And you can also spend 2 hero points to cheat death. So
Yeah,
That might be the easier option.
the other thing people can do is you can spend a hero point to give somebody +4 after they roll.
yep.
But
So yeah, Liza, are you gonna re-roll or are you gonna tank death?
Also,
Oh.
wait, wasn't it an acrobatics and not a reflex save?
No.
Not for an
No, it's a
attack, it's a
reflex.
reflex.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
Do I get so? Do I still get my
You keep
+3?
your normal bonuses, yes.
Okay. Oh, that's better.
You nat 20'd that.
Oh, Lordy, thank
So
you.
bad, grandma for the win.
So basically,
And
you hear-
here's what I'm gonna do. All right, so we're gonna let me paint this scene.
We pissed this worm off so much it's gonna come back with like a name and a henchman who like can translate for him and like be some sort of hench worm thing.
He's gonna sue us. Sue us for defamation.
Cassidra,
Yes.
as you stand yourself up, sand in all of your crevices. You're starting to feel like a certain angry white boy who doesn't like sand very much. Because it gets everywhere. And you see as this worm angrily just starts vomiting, just belching acid all over the sand in a circle around it, just kind of wildly spraying to hopefully hit somebody. It's just that pissed off at you all. The stream comes and would absolutely soak both you and Taryn. And watching how it's already hit the sand and it's eating deep channels into the sand, your instincts kick in and you feel that familiar surge in the back of your head of your magic coming through as your patron decides to intervene. And you hear him whisper in the back of your mind, "Not today."
Uh-oh.
And with a fluid grace that you have never truly had, you're not an acrobat, you never were. You move with
It
a
begs to differ.
You move with a perfection and an ease and a mental calmness and clarity that you've not experienced in your lifetime. And in the middle of you basically dancing out of the way of this acid, you grab Terran, spinning him out of the way, just enough to avoid the stream before the worm just sinks back into the sand, exhausted, pissed. And as the dust settles and the sand calms, and you feel the tremors lessen and lessen as it gives up, you realize you've made it.
Oh, my back. Oh, sorry.
You are all standing outside of the Obsidian Library. Maybe 60 feet from the door.
So, how far out is the remains of our cart? And all of our food and water and supplies.
Oh no, the food
Well, your
and
food,
was
water, and
attached to-
supplies are gone.
They were attached to the other horse that fucked up. Like, unless you were personally carrying food. Yep.
Right,
Pretty sure all my shit's in my little bag of holding. That I froze
The
right
wreckage
now.
of your carriage, though, is, I'd say, roughly 200 feet away.
We made it. Oh, my back.
I'm almost curious as to what the less safer route was.
I could ask, but I don't know if she'd respond.
Twice the worms, maybe. Ugh. Well, shall we?
I don't think we got much choice.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to that thing, and I gesture towards the ring of acid.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, speaking of, that shouldn't have existed, by the way. If you're curious.
You're telling me the giant albino acid spewing worm is a thing of our imagination?
No, that's supposed to exist. What it is. Not that big. That,
I'm pretty sure if you just kind of let it eat for a while, it's gonna keep growing.
no, there's been a few thousand years.
There's always outliers and mega predators out there.
I'm gonna walk up to the door. Is it like closed? Is there a door that's closed or is it open?
It is closed, and it's not in this it's not like it's buried in the sand either. It's
Secret
standing.
tunnel.
It is a standing building. It is from the outside, although worn. Much of the exterior paint is gone. In fact,
Mhm.
all of it is gone. Anything that was paint or on the surface of the stone walls is long worn off because of sand. But some of the deeper carved designs on the building are absolutely still visibly present,
Mhm.
and it is still standing.
I'm gonna open the door.
You walk up to these doors, and they are carved out of pure obsidian. And now you
Wow.
kind of can understand where the name comes from.
Creepy.
Pressing your hand against this stone, this glass, really. It is the right word for description. It is inordinately cool to the touch for something this black and this dense. Pushing your hand against it in a desert this hot is almost like hugging a glacier. And when you push, with almost perfect silence, the doors swing inward. No noise.
Wow.
As if this had been built yesterday. The doors function just as smooth as any of the masterfully crafted buildings you've been in your life, if not smoother. And ahead of you, looking in, is a long corridor, dimly lit, but with enough light to be able to see as you walk.
When we get in, I want to just take a look around the entrance and see if I see any signs of like recent disturbance, like someone who's been here recently, rather
I was
than
gonna-
footprints of thousands of years old.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
do the same thing.
Roll survival.
Me too.
Well, so actually, no, hold on. It's perception to find tracks, survival to follow them.
Yep.
So roll perception.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, if you are looking for footprints or other markings that somebody has been here recently, yes, please roll perception.
All right.
John, will you be joining them?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Cassandra, why don't you go ahead and stun first?
Okay. I'm just gonna take a deep breath, quietly walk in, and really just observe all the fine details that I can see within this main corridor. I'm like, I don't know. I sniff the air. I don't have any sniff bonuses, but I'll sniff the air just in case. You never know.
I ain't got no sniff bonuses.
That's my stun.
Following behind Cassandra as she's looking around and sniffing the air, Rock takes a knee, runs his fingers along the ground, and pulls up any dust and looks at it and sees how thick it is before looking around and seeing how much of it's been disturbed and what sort of tracks there might be here.
Lick it. Tastes like flowers.
As for me, well, they
Nice!
Consider a rock add +3 to that.
All right. That's my seven.
while they are looking for tracks, well, I was actually kind of gonna float there for a moment, thinking back, and as a quick reminder, what else was in the book that the princess was studying beyond the Obsidian Library?
It was a book on the myths and legends from the Flux.
Okay,
So basically, it was a book talking about all their magical accomplishments and the amazing things they were able to accomplish during the flux.
Right. So rather than looking for tracks, she's actually going to start flying into the Obsidian Library, relying on her memory, but specifically, I'm aiming for like knowledge history here. The last time she was here, to the books about the most exquisite items mages were able to make. Not how they were made, but just talking about them. Like the artifact that let people teleport. Things that no longer exist, but were talked about in the Obsidian Library. As, as books of like learning, teaching, and just showcasing what people could do. They came here looking for legends. That's where she would go.
Okay. So what are you looking for then?
Uh, kind of making sure she still remembers the fucking way.
Well, I mean, yes, you're here.
Yes, but I mean, look, if you allow me to go there for free, I will absolutely take it. No roll.
What it was? I'm sorry. I must have missed. Then, what are you trying to go to? You're at the library. I'm lost
A certain
now.
section in the library. Like if they had come to the library, she's gonna go to the section that talked about the artifact.
Got it. Okay. Take a +3. And honestly, even if you don't remember it, just roll perception.
Okay.
There are signs.
Oh, fair.
It's a library.
Yeah, what are they written in? They're probably the
Common?
only one that still speaks the language.
I mean, common hasn't changed.
Oh, fair, I guess.
Not like real languages.
Well, that being said, 31.
Yeah, you find it just fine. But before you go flying off, let me set the scene for what you all see in the library. Because you're still in the corridor and you're trying to fly ahead into the library. So before you fly off to go find.
Gotcha.
You two, you guys step into the corridor and at first glance you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Thick with dust and sand, the large rug that goes all the way from the door to the library entrance through the corridor is dirty and thick with all sorts of dust and dirt and sand, and although hard to see at first, you do see splotches across the carpet of dried blood. And you wouldn't have noticed it had you not been looking for it. But off of the rug on the normal marble flooring, it looks like they tried to cover it up. But you see very light 5 sets of footprints. One set of footprints substantially larger than the rest.
Rock, not knowing if anyone else saw the footprints, points at them. 5 people, one of them much larger than the others. Keep your eyes open.
And to put it in perspective, when I say substantially, it's like the difference between my feet and a normal person's feet. So substantially bigger for humanoid, typical sized people. Not big enough,
Careful.
and you rolled high enough. Not big enough to be a different size category, but a
Careful,
larger
there's a
person.
giant. Careful, there's a half giant.
Ha ha ha!
Where do they lead? Are they
Into the
towards the door,
library.
or are they going into the library? Okay.
Rock shrugs, starts walking, and when he gets to the end of where the carpet is, he wipes his feet off before he continues on in the library.
I'll follow him.
As you
Because he's not a
guys,
savage.
as you guys get to the entrance of the library itself, and you see it open up, the floor to the library is a rich, thick red carpet, and there are beautifully crafted tables and plush chairs meant for sitting and studying for long periods. These tables, some made of copper, others of brass, some of precious gemstones, the whole table being of precious stone. I don't mean set with stone, made of the precious stone. And as you take in the sights, you see the shelves lined with books, coated in dust and sand, but still very much there. And really, honestly, not looking much worse for wear. You notice the section labeled in common, which is almost as shocking to you as the condition of the library. That stuff is written in a language that you all can read, that to know that the language you all speak, Rock, of course, with magical assistance, but a language that you all speak.
Thank you for calling out my disability.
You're welcome. Everyone needs to feel included. I'm an equal opportunity hater. The language you all can speak and comprehend has not changed so substantially that you can't read it from thousands of years ago. And you see a light blue glow coming from the shelves inside of the room for that houses the prophetic archives. Through the glass wall that separates the archives from the rest of the library, you can see this light blue glow. Above you, flying in the air, are dozens of songbirds. And after a moment, you realize you heard the songbirds chirping, and it was a beautiful sound. But as you take in the sights and you adjust to what you see, you realize you didn't hear chirping. You heard gears. And the tinkling sound of metal touching itself ever so lightly. Looking around, you notice about 6 shiny brass people. They sure look like people. Or at least kind of like people. Wandering around the library, cleaning, attempting to repair things. You see dozens more throughout the library, most of which, if they are moving, they're moving very erratic and only one repetitive movement. And those are few amongst the number that are not moving anymore. They're just laying on the ground, dull, lifeless piles of metal. And then you hear footsteps. Metallic footsteps. That sound vaguely reminiscent of dogs' nails on tile. Sorry. That's reminiscent of a dog's nails on tile. And there it is. Sorry, I got a message that I needed to check something and couldn't find what I needed to check. Um, sorry, responding to a question. And you look and you see the small pack of metal dogs walking around, sniffing. And you can tell that they're kind of walking on a patrol pattern. They're made of metal. You can see gears functioning. Like, this isn't a living creature. Those of you, well, um, John, what's the knowledge for beasts or
Depends.
humanoids?
If it's humanoids, usually knowledge local.
Okay. Those of you who have it, roll knowledge local.
Does that mean you have a check mark in it?
Yep.
Dang
No.
it.
Well, you have a rank in it. Like you spent a
yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, you spent a point to learn this.
If it has a check mark under CS, that means it's a class skill. If you have
my
a
bad.
check mark under RT, it means it requires training to use that skill at all.
Yeah, not bad.
So yeah, if you have a point in knowledge local, which is a trained skill, it has to be trained to use it, then you can roll. Otherwise,
Question.
you cannot roll.
Do
Dang.
I need to roll? I've literally been here before when it
No.
was staffed by people.
No, you don't. Well, it was also staffed by these.
Well, I was saying, I feel like I would know what these things are.
Yeah, you don't, and I'll get to why. If you have knowledge local, please roll it.
I don't think either of us do.
Oh, I do.
Well, you don't need to.
Great, you're not rolling.
Okay.
You weren't who I was referring to.
Following 10 feet or so behind these hounds, You see a small group of something. They're like short humans, almost gnome-like, with long pointy ears. But they're not gnomes. They kind of have a more squat head, a little wider than a gnome's head, less tall than a gnome's head. They're real ugly, but they're also made, again, fully out of metal. The teeth that they have, again, made of metal, are jagged looking and sharp. These things are kind of gross, but they're not. Because they're just clockwork.
Excuse me.
Lila,
Oh, they're clock. They would be engineering.
it wasn't to determine that these are clockwork, it was to determine what they were taken from, like what they're based
gotcha.
on of.
Okay.
They were gonna recognize it as a clockwork version of a actual creature.
Gotcha. Okay.
You, though, have that quick flashback as they cross your path of the first time you came to the library. The same vision that you had before you set out on your journey. And you remember seeing clockwork goblins hunting a pack of clockwork hounds, mimicking the behaviors that real goblins would exhibit. And they're still functioning. They're right in front of you.
Do I remember why they were programmed that way? Because I feel that's something she would have asked.
That one I would require a knowledge roll on. How did we do memory before? It's usually knowledges, right?
Well, it kind of depends on what you are going for. Like recalling straight from memory is usually like wisdom or intelligence. If you do want to give it a skill, history is a good one.
Yeah, I'll make it a knowledge history roll for you.
Yeah, it kind of thinking back to that moment where she first saw them and just the excitement of seeing something so alien to what she grew up with and finding the nearest person she could just yap at to figure out why they have clockwork goblins hunting clockwork dogs for what appears to her seemingly no reason.
Okay, take a +3, roll knowledge history.
17.
It's been a long time. Most of your memories from this have been due to a divine intervention of some sort up until now. Remembering specifics like that is just a little outside of your reach. One of the downsides of being such a long-lived species is that just because you live that long doesn't mean your memory does.
Right. Kind of what I think.
But you do know yourself well enough to know that you probably did investigate this. You know you asked. You just can't remember what they told you.
Just that they did have a reason. She's going to look at her compatriots. Goes, I don't quite remember why they're here. No, that's not quite right. They're clockwork goblins and clockwork hounds, and they're programmed to mimic the natural behavior of both species. But I can't remember why the caretakers of the library chose to program that way. But they're not dangerous to us.
They're quite fascinating.
You said they act like normal dogs and normal goblins.
Well, to the extent of the goblins hunting the dogs, They're not a danger to the patrons of the library.
Forgive me if I don't fully believe you, but I don't think the clockwork beings here are the reason why we showed up. Perhaps we should find something with flesh and blood, unless we think that a clockwork person is the kid.
Well, we could start by following the footprints.
That's probably a good idea.
You look to where those footprints led you, and from there, where you guys, pretty much right next to where you guys are standing, you see the footprints all break off into
Ugh.
fully 5 different directions.
Well,
So it is your choice if you go forward, whether or not you go as a group or you separate. But you
want
can
to
make that
recall.
decision next week.
Okay.
fair.
We are going to go ahead and pause here for the night. It is a little early. We are going to go ahead and call it here, though, as we are getting into a very important story point. I would really like to
Story
try
porn?
to get... Yeah, story porn.
Oh god.
I would really like to try to get everyone here for it. Obviously, if people cancel again next week, we will just deal with it as is, unless it's more than half. That is going to be most of the time. That is going to be the rule that I follow, is if it's half or more, and in this case, since we have 5 players, 3 players cancel out of 5, we will cancel for the night.
Obviously, if you can't make it.
Huh?
Or obviously, if you can't make it.
Right.
because you can't make
If
it
something
that day.
happens and I can't be here, obviously the game is canceled for the night because I'm the one running it. But
So wait, are we playing with 3 people in the future or only 4 above?
no, we're playing
Three's-
with 3 or
Three's the
more.
minimum.
If 3
Okay.
players cancel, we will cancel the night.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Gotcha. So basically, half the party's gone. You don't play
Right.
because we can't get half a person.
Right. So, unless it is meant to be a very important story moment that I absolutely need, like if it's a specific character or something that I need everybody here for, I might have to cancel for those moments, but those should be rare. I know it's happened once or twice in the like 4 games I've played in that you run, Carl, where you've had to cancel. Like, hey, this is a big moment that everyone needs to be here for. I normally wouldn't cancel for this, but we're gonna have to cancel until we have everyone here.
Yeah, I very rarely do it, but for big moments.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Like,
and we're starting to come up to that. I will still allow us to continue on if we can't get everyone next week. Because next week should have a pretty big plot moment for you guys, but you know,
Next week isn't your problem, it's mine.
that's what I meant. Next session. But with that, yes, we are going to go ahead and wrap up. I have not paid attention to chat at all tonight. I don't know if Liza's had a chance.
Yeah, there's nothing. No
No-
activity.
Nobody. Well, hey, that means no bots either.
Yeah.
So that being said, for anybody who, if you chose to check us out and hang out with us tonight, but without saying anything, that's fine. Happy you were here. If you choose to watch this later, I do apologize for how late last session got posted to YouTube. Through everything like job change and stuff like that, I just kept forgetting to do it, and that's just on me. I just forgot. So I did finally get it up. I will try to not take so long with this one. But this will get posted up to YouTube. I try to have it up by not this coming Monday, but next Monday. But we'll see how long it takes me. If I have time this weekend, I can get it done this weekend. But with that said, again, thank you for tuning in tonight. If you did not and choose to tune in on YouTube, I still appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching. We do this because we have fun doing it. So, you know, if you choose to have fun with us, we appreciate you. That said, we will see you guys in 2 weeks. We play again every other Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we will see you all in 2 weeks. We are 4 Dice Not Found. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.